Hello, good morning. Okay, so I'm sitting at my craft spot, otherwise known as my spot at the table. All right, so I was working on a few of these last night. Okay, I was working on these. They're a little bit big. They have the biggest hole that I can make. That's with this tool. This is the biggest hole. Why I had to use the biggest hole was, yeah. Anyway, so here's a couple examples of those before I get into why. So I got bored yesterday because I finished rolling. My goodness gracious, I can't even hold them. I finished rolling these type beads, the last painted paper I did. I'm going to paint some more paper today just because my dog is outside because it's kind of nice out and I can dry things on her kennel. I can't wait until this summer where I can just sit out in my backyard when it's sunny and I'll get a folding chair. Well, I have several folding chairs. I'll just use one of the ones I use when we go to the parades or go camping. You know, those metal ones that have the canvas type stuff and you sit in them and they fold up into that little tube thing with the, you know, a strap you can put over your shoulder. Anyway, so then here's another example of some of the beads I've been doing. And I was going to... with these, I actually was going to take, let's see if I can find it, my skewer, and I was going to put them on here, because there's plenty of room. I can even wiggle them inside there, because there's plenty. And I was going to take them and put them on here, like this, and then I was going to take I should have had all this stuff ready, paintbrush, and I was just going to paint on them like this. Since this skewer is so long, I was going to take all of these at this length and just put them all on, and I was going to paint them all at once. So, you know, you have one long skewer of just beads. I think, nope, nope, that one fits. See, I was just going to put them all on here. These are already dry. I did these last night. So, yep. And, wow, that one has a really, really big hole. Well, I guess that's the same size. That's the same size hole as like this one. It just looks so much bigger because on this one, you got some, you know, width to it, and this one doesn't have very much width because this one I didn't use as many sheets of paper. So basically I'm just going to do like all this, and then I'm going to take my paint and I'm going to paint them all like this, and then I'm going to stick them into the side of something so they all, you know, are separated. You know what I mean? I don't even know why it took me so long to describe that. But, you know, I'm going to have them all separated like this to dry. And then, you know, I don't know. I know I said I thought it was a dumb idea to paint them afterwards. And it kind of is. But these are just magazine pages. And I was working on them last night. And I have plenty more of those skewers, but I was working on those last night because I had cleaned off some of my spot over here, and I had this in the mail. There was another piece. I don't know. It got sent to me in the mail. Well, actually, not to me, to my husband. I don't shop at this store. This is, I don't shop at any of these types of stores. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you like shopping there, great. I've been raised where, you know, that's a little too pricey for my, you know, for my tastes. And, oh, I haven't even looked in here, and I have sheets. I'm just gonna toss these because they're not very big. They're only, 5 by 5 pieces of paper, and that's not quite long enough to make a really good bead. And they have this little flap. These would make great if you were looking to Mod Podge something, you know, like that pattern's kind of cool. This water right here is kind of cool. Or those, whatever, the droplets or background dots. Oh gosh, my descriptions are awesome. Anyway, what I was going to do is that the reason why I was using the big, the big tool is because I was using such a thick amount of pages. I think I ended up using like 8 pages of magazine paper to roll, my goodness, to roll one of these beads. I used like 8 pieces of paper. I don't think it was these. Yeah, it was like, yeah, because it was 4 pages and I just doubled the pages up. I think these these ones I did. These are the 4 same. Okay, so here's an example. All right, so this one here, let me move my fingers, with this size hole, which would be the second hole size on my chart, which I keep on hand from this lady, the Paper Beads craft lady. Anyway, size 2 was 32nd. That's how big that is. Either that or maybe that's the small one. I think that might be the second hole. But anyway, so this one was done with 4 of the pieces of magazine paper. This one was done with 8. And I had to up the size on the hole because I can't even see what I'm working in. Okay, I had to up the size of the hole because I couldn't fit 8 sheets of paper into the slot on here with 8 pieces. Now, with the 8 pieces, I can fit it in there with a little bit of wiggle room. So this, I could have gone one size smaller, but the size smaller slot didn't fit either. So I was like, I'll just go up to the biggest size possible and do these. So these, yeah, I can't get them back on there, but anyway, and yep, so that's what I was doing. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to find the middle. I found the middle of my page. This is just that one mail insert. I've had it sitting in my pile of things that I want to work on for like a long time now. So I set these off to the side because they keep getting in my way. All right. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to do this whole thing all the way across in little, oh, and the dimension, the width of this is 1/2 inch on both of those, the 4 sheet and the 8 sheet. So since this is 6 pages to get all together, I'm just going to take the staple, there's staples in here, there's staples in here, and I'm just going to take them out, and I'm going to take, now see, this is a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bit wide for this paper. So I'm going to see if the next size down is the right size. So this is the next size down. So that big one was 3 3/16. So, and then this one is 5/32. So 5/32, I guess. All right, so this one, and I'm off camera. Sorry. All right, anyway, this one is, doesn't fit in there. Oh, wait, yep, it does. So this one fits a lot nicer. Nice and tight on there, little room. So I'll be using this one, the 3rd size, nope, 4th size, because there's five tools in my kit that I got for $30. Best $30 ever. If you're interested in making beads of any type, I didn't like using a skewer or a toothpick or whatever. I mean, you know what? If you can do that and use whatever, but I just enjoy using the tool. you know, or any, you know, any other specific, you know, whatever tool, but, you know, some kind of tool. Or I've even seen that there's this cool thing. It's about nay big, and you put your sheet of paper, you push down, you put your sheet of paper in the rods, and then there's these roll bars on, or roll things on the sides, and you just kind of do this, and it rolls your bead for you. I mean, there's that kind too. That's a very minimalist. If you have issues with your wrists, I would recommend looking into that. I think they sell it for, I don't remember how much they sell it for, but it's a little wood thing somebody made. It's got springs. It's got, I don't know. There's somebody can describe it better, and I don't even know if I'm describing it correctly. Oh, I got my husband, I think this one, for cologne a couple years ago. I think it was that one. I think it had a horse on it. Maybe not. Anyway, I don't really wear very much perfume. Well, actually, that's a lie. I do wear perfume or body spray, but it's not from this. It's just Bath and Body Works. But anyway, I'm going to cut up this whole thing, and just because I want something to do. And this is the 4th biggest size. So, all right, bye.